I'm Christopher Bailey. I am currently the Senior Director of Consulting Services at Lucid Software. But by night, I am a adjunct professor for Brigham Young University, Idaho, where I teach a class called Technical Teamwork, and essentially teaching computer science and engineering students how to function in teams and build teamwork, but then also how to function in larger groups, organizations, and leadership principles and things of that nature. I'm loving using Lucid as well as Canvas in my classes because everything is 100% online for our class. Couldn't use it without both that combination of both of them because of needing to have both remote conversations where individuals can have discussions using discussion boards and things like that in Canvas, and then having more live, active conversations during virtual forums with students where we can have an active discussion over a Zoom call, things like that. One thing that is super common for my class, and particularly those that teach online classes, likely experience a very similar thing, is you need to have open conversations with the students in more virtual conversations. That may typically be with Zoom or other technologies where you're bringing the group together and then you're trying to have a live conversation about topics that you're discussing within the class. That's actually core to the class that I teach because a part of it is we review these case studies about a situation or an individual. We have a discussion using the discussion board during 1 week, and then the next week we have a live conversation where we build on top of that things that we're learning and then apply some of the things that we're learning directly there in the live session. Now, as some of you have probably experienced in those Zoom calls, it can be difficult to get everybody open and speaking in sharing some of their thoughts. Yes, you can get some people that are wanting to type in some words and thoughts, but I found that just people coming off mute or typing in information into the Zoom chat wasn't actually getting enough of a broad participation from everybody that was there. And typically I've got 20 to 30 people there, and one of the goals and grade of things that you're getting graded on is that you participated actively. And so that felt pretty limiting for some people that may not feel as comfortable just directly speaking up, or maybe they have some thoughts that, I don't know, other people are probably thinking the same kind of thing, so I won't answer with that as well. When I began using Lucidspark as a backdrop for those conversations, everything completely changed for my ability to be able to draw people into the conversation and have a bit deeper of a discussion there with the group. A couple of the benefits that happened with this was increased engagement, more psychological safety, drawing introverts into the conversation, things of that nature. Let me actually show you what that looked like for our class. This is an example board that one of the classes that I went through. And we have a number of different areas that are in here that students can interact in. And during the conversation, I'm essentially taking them through different pieces of this. We're focusing in on different areas, asking questions. And one thing that I found particularly useful is if I come down here and I have a specific question that we want to talk through, and I've left sticky notes in there, immediately students go in and they start filling in the sticky notes. It's kind of like fill in the blank activities where they know what the natural response needs to be, and so they're immediately going in. I will still have students that will speak up over the Zoom call, or they'll put information into the Zoom chat, but I get much more participation in the Lucidspark board with students being able to share some of their thoughts that way. Great way in order to get them to start bringing in their thoughts. The other thing that is actually very key to this that I've learned in doing this is if you see this section up here above, we'll have a conversation up here and talk through things, but if I don't have sticky notes already here for them to fill in, or even a prompt up here at the top, I can give them an active prompt, but I don't tend to get the same kind of amount of responses. You'll see here, I've got about 4 sticky notes that the students created based off of the conversation that we had here, versus down here where I had a prompt and a handful of sticky notes for students to be able to fill in within this. So that's a quick pro tip for something that I found that really draws students into that conversation. 2 other things have made this much more engaging. One is the ability to do visual activities. So in here, I can create an activity where they can go in and I can give them a question and they can move this slider bar to their opinion, and then we can take a look at their responses on the other side. So here I can view the results and I can see, oh hey, we're really spread out here. This is great. We have very differing opinions. Let's express those opinions on the other side and hear each other out so that we can find the through line for what we need to be learning and taking away from this. So that's a great tool. The other great tool is these individual emoticons. And so you can get some quicker sentiment analysis from students. They just click on the sticky note, hit a reaction, and that lets me see where is the group starting to coalesce their minds around? What's resonating with the group? And then we can focus in on those things. Those have been great tools for helping to really draw individuals into the conversation. So highly suggest leveraging those kinds of elements and getting towards these kind of benefits.